Welcome everyone to another video, and today we're going to take a look at a team featuring the fire crocodile Skeledirge. So Skeledirge has the moveset of Incinerate, Torch Song, and Shadow Ball. It is not going to be using its Community Day move Blast Burn because it is quite redundant with the Incinerate damage, and we do have a Torch Song that is also introduced during the Community Day, which can give us a +1 attack boost. So to know more about Torch Song, so you can just imagine Talonflame with Flame Charge, but Torch Song is significantly better because it is 5 energy cheaper. Therefore, after the first Torch Song, you only require 2 Incinerates for the next one. For the next three Torch Songs. So that means it's incredibly cost effective compared to Flame Charge, and still give us the benefit of the attack boost. And with it, we will have Cradily as well as Serperior in the bag. So this means that it is a ABB grass lineup, and with that, we are going into the first matchup. So this team has very good coverage, with Cradily having that rock type coverage for the fire type. So the only major drawback here is against dragon types such as Dragonite, which we would be having a hard time with here generally. So going into this first game, our opponent has some lag, but because even if with the lag, we believe that we'll still win this because we do have shields here to be used before we debuff them with Rock Tomb, so it will decrease their damage further down the line. And here they decided to show that their Eloran Slash has Shadow Claw, which in the lead, Skeledirge we will still stay in with Skeledirge for the simple reason being that we will be doing double super effective damage as compared to a single super effective damage move from them. So their last Pokemon is Azumarill, which will not be able to do much against us even when shields are down, because we will have Serperior in the back with that Frenzy Plant that will do substantial amount of damage to it to close the game. So going on to the second game, we have here a Shadow Drapion. So Shadow Drapion is something that can bite us back in this with this team, because it can beat both our backline, and Skeledirge is the only one that does resist poison stings. However, because it is using the non-stab Aqua Tail, it will not be able to KO us. If they were to go for crunches against us, then it would have done a substantial amount of damage as well as stab, which would have taken us out. So with that, we already have a double boost from Torch Song, and the Shadow Ball will almost one hit KO the Cradily, as you can see here, and we will be able to come in with the Cradily to debuff this Jump Bluff and to seal the game. So as you can see here right now, Skeledirge is doing a lot of damage for the lead Pokemon, and we will have the Cradily in the back to debuff any remaining Pokemon for us to win the end game. And here in the next game, they have a Marowak as a safe swap, a Shadow Marowak at that. I might have done a mistake here to bring in the Cradily, because Cradily will be taking neutral damage from the Mud Slaps because of the rock subtyping, and you will see later on for the reasons why I feel that it was a big mistake on my end to bring in the Cradily versus the Marowak. But here they decided to let go of their Marowak and come in with their Jump Bluff again, and we are going to take them out. We are going to let this Aerial Ace to come through because we will be able to survive it. Jump Bluff is a very bulky Pokemon, so the damage output will not be as much. And here they will throw a Rock Slide, I believe, a Bone Club on to my Serperior, and here they will have a Morpeko in the back. So this is another reason why Cradily would have been preferred, because Cradily would have been able to debuff the Morpeko to keep it sort of in touch with the debuffs that Morpeko will be able to dish from Psychic Fangs. and here we will win this game, and it will go to a 4th game here with a Cradily in the lead. This is the most awkward matchup against a typing that Skeledirge should not have a problem with, because as you can see, Cradily does have Rock Tomb, and they will be doing super effective against us. We will not be able to debuff them early on, but we decided to swap immediately into their Poliwrath when we swap into our Cradily, which means it's very good for us. Our Grass Knots will not be nerfed by the Rock Tomb, and we will be able to safely farm them down for a lot of energy, hopefully for their Cradily in the back. But instead they come in with their 3rd Pokemon, which is Shadow Hypno, which is another awkward Pokemon to say the least for us to go against, because of the plethora of options that it has as charge moves. It has access to Shadow Ball for the Skeledirge, and it also has Ice Punch for things such as the Serperior and Cradily. And here we are going to hope that we will come out with a lot of energy versus the Cradily, and we decided to throw right before they get to another Rock Tomb, and we will have to take another Rock Tomb, which will bring us down very low, but we will be able to get to the Frenzy Plant before their Confusion damage is registered, which means that our Skeledirge will be able to come in, throw the Torch Song, and get the boost before the Cradily comes back in. And at this point, the Cradily is most probably not going to make to a Rock Tomb, I guess, from calculations, and therefore we will win the game. So the next game, they have a Shadow Marowak in the lead. We will immediately swap out into Cradily to bait out something like this Drapion, which will be able to hit back at least for neutral damage with Rock Tomb. And here, without them getting the debuffs against us, we will be able to survive this next one, but we will still shield in order to preserve our health and to debuff their damage even further. And they will reciprocate this next shield against us, which means that we both have 1 shield left, and we will be able to survive that crunch with 1 HP and a Dream, and we will be able to throw this Rock Tomb to take them out. They decided to come in with their Lapras. We know our win con is with the Serperior, therefore our Skeledirge will not be able to do much in this matchup, so we will just be using it to sponge up all the attack, to throw in the Torch Songs just to do a lot of neutral damage. And here, when they swap out again into their Shadow Marowak, the writings on the wall, we will be able to farm them down and go for a double Frenzy Plant before they're able to get to an Ice Beam or a Skull Bash to take us out. And with that, it is a good game. So that's all for this video. Let me know what you think about Skeledirge. And that's all from me. And I'll see you in the next one.